What if I told you that Congress is currently reviewing the largest single stimulus payment in American history, and you could be eligible for up to $5,450? While millions of Americans are still struggling with rising costs and economic uncertainty, there's breaking news that could change everything for your financial situation this year. The government is preparing to distribute these massive payments through a new express card system, and the qualification process might be easier than you think. If you want to stay updated on all the latest financial news and government assistance programs that could put money directly in your pocket, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update that could benefit your family's financial future. Right now, as we speak, congressional committees are conducting intensive reviews of what's being called the Economic Recovery and Relief Act, a comprehensive stimulus package that dwarfs previous pandemic-era payments. This isn't just another small check that barely covers groceries for a week. We're talking about payments that could genuinely impact your ability to pay rent, reduce debt, or finally tackle those mounting bills that have been keeping you up at night. But here's what's really interesting about this particular stimulus package. It's not being distributed through the traditional methods we've seen before. The new express card system represents a revolutionary approach to getting money into the hands of Americans who need it most. Instead of waiting weeks or months for paper checks to arrive in the mail, or dealing with banking delays that have plagued previous stimulus distributions, these express cards will be loaded with your full payment amount and delivered directly to your address within days of approval. Think of it like a prepaid debit card, but one that comes with your government stimulus payment already loaded and ready to use immediately. What makes this $5,450 payment different from previous stimulus checks is the expanded eligibility criteria that Congress has been debating behind closed doors. Sources close to the legislative process indicate that the income thresholds have been significantly raised, meaning millions of Americans who didn't qualify for previous payments could finally receive assistance. Are you someone who made just slightly too much money to qualify for earlier stimulus checks? This could be your opportunity to finally receive the government assistance you've been waiting for. The qualification process itself has been streamlined based on lessons learned from previous stimulus rollouts. Remember the confusion and delays that plagued earlier programs? Congress has taken those experiences seriously and designed this new system to eliminate many of the bureaucratic hurdles that prevented eligible Americans from receiving their payments quickly. The application process can be completed entirely online, and in many cases, the IRS will automatically determine your eligibility based on your most recent tax returns. But let's talk about why this $5,450 amount was chosen. Because it's not arbitrary. Congressional economists conducted extensive research into the actual cost of living increases that American families have experienced over the past few years. They looked at everything from housing costs to grocery bills, from transportation expenses to healthcare premiums. The $5,450 figure represents what they determined would provide meaningful relief that actually makes a difference in people's daily lives, rather than just a symbolic gesture. The express card delivery system solves one of the biggest problems with previous stimulus distributions: accessibility. How many people do you know who had trouble accessing their payments because of banking issues, address changes, or simply because they don't have traditional bank accounts? These express cards work just like regular debit cards and can be used anywhere that accepts card payments. You can withdraw cash from ATMs, pay bills online, shop for groceries, or handle any other expenses you need to cover. What's particularly exciting about this development is the speed at which Congress appears to be moving. Unlike previous stimulus packages that took months of political back and forth, there seems to be bipartisan recognition that Americans need this assistance now, not after lengthy debates and procedural delays. The economic data supporting the need for this stimulus is overwhelming. With inflation continuing to impact family budgets and many Americans still recovering from the financial impacts of recent economic uncertainty, the timing of these payments could not be more crucial. As we head into the latter part of the year, many families are already thinking about holiday expenses, back-to-school costs, and the various financial pressures that come with seasonal changes. A $5,450 payment could transform how millions of families approach these typically stressful financial periods. Instead of worrying about how to afford basic necessities, families could focus on actually getting ahead financially. One aspect of this stimulus package that's generating significant discussion is its focus on direct cash payments rather than tax credits or other indirect forms of assistance. Congress learned from previous programs that while tax credits might look good on paper, they don't provide immediate relief when families are struggling to pay rent or buy groceries today. Cash payments, especially ones delivered via express cards, put money directly into people's hands when they need it most. The express card system also includes built-in fraud protection measures that weren't available with paper checks. Each card comes with security features that protect against unauthorized use, and recipients can monitor their card activity through a dedicated online portal. This addresses one of the major concerns that prevented some people from feeling comfortable with previous stimulus payments: the fear that their payment could be stolen or misused. Are you wondering about the tax implications of receiving this stimulus payment? Based on the current legislative language being reviewed, these payments would be treated similarly to previous stimulus checks, meaning they wouldn't be considered taxable income. This means the full $5,450 would be yours to keep and use as needed, without worrying about owing additional taxes next April. The economic impact of distributing these payments is expected to be substantial. When millions of Americans suddenly have an additional $5,450 to spend, that money flows directly into the economy through increased consumer spending. Local businesses benefit, service providers see increased demand, and the overall economic activity creates a positive ripple effect that extends far beyond just the individuals receiving the payments. Congressional staffers working on this legislation have indicated that the review process is moving faster than typical because of the urgent economic conditions many Americans are facing. While normal legislative procedures might take months, the economic data supporting immediate action is so compelling that even traditionally cautious lawmakers are pushing for expedited consideration. The express card distribution method also allows for better tracking and accountability in how stimulus funds are being used. This addresses previous concerns about fraud and ensures that payments are reaching their intended recipients efficiently. The cards come with detailed spending tracking that helps both recipients and the government understand how the stimulus money is being utilized. What's your current financial situation, and how would an additional $5,450 impact your family's stability? For many Americans, this amount could mean the difference between struggling month to month and having a genuine opportunity to get ahead financially. It could cover several months of essential expenses, pay down significant debt, or provide a financial cushion that allows for better long-term planning. The application process, once it opens, is expected to be significantly more user-friendly than previous stimulus programs. The government has invested in updated technology platforms that can handle high volumes of applications without the crashes and delays that plagued earlier systems. Mobile-friendly applications mean you can apply directly from your smartphone, and automated eligibility checking should provide immediate confirmation for most applicants. As Congress continues its review of this groundbreaking stimulus package, the anticipation among American families continues to build. The $5,450 payment represents more than just financial assistance. It represents recognition that hardworking Americans deserve support during challenging economic times. The express card delivery system ensures that once approved, this assistance reaches families quickly and efficiently, without the delays and complications that have characterized previous programs. Keep watching for updates on this developing story, and remember to subscribe to our channel for the latest news on government assistance programs, financial opportunities, and economic developments that could directly impact your family's financial future.